Tower of God, Episode 11 and Episode 12 are all about this administrator test that Bond is taking that Rachel ends up taking. The only thing I really have to say about this is I've never felt so much betrayal as I have during this. I feel like the last time I really got emotional over a betrayal was when Snape in Harry Potter ended up being a good guy. Many years have been a lie during that. Just all within 5 seconds, everything you've known has disappeared and has been a lie. That's absolutely what happened during this. Tower of God, I wasn't really that into it, but I was still watching it. But then during episode 12, during the betrayal, I got too emotional over the betrayal. And I was like, oh, I really like this webtoon. Otherwise, I would not be so emotional about this. In episode 11, Bond is taking his administrator test so Rachel can climb the tower. But then something happens where Bond passed his test but needs to take the test with Rachel, or the test that he was taking was like the pre-game of the administrator test to see if he even can take it. So when he's done with that, him and Rachel both take the administrator test together. They are calling this the final test, which is an underwater hunt, but I feel like there will be more tests in the future, and that this is a lie, that this is the final test. Bond and Rachel are playing hide and go seek, that they have to hide from net dolphins, but then the test is a group test where everyone has to help Bond and Rachel get eaten by the net dolphins, and Bond and Rachel are just kind of hiding or keeping away from other creatures that either want to eat the net dolphins, take their prey, and just other bad guys of the net dolphins. Oh, there's definitely something shady going on with the test director and the test administrators. That whole entire scene right there, all three of them talking about this test, like something is up. Like, this is not going to be a normal test. They're all just like, ooh, we have something hidden in here, or oh, this should be interesting to watch. Well, yeah, I wonder why. They probably have something sneaky going on. Ren shows up out of nowhere and tells Anik he is her enemy and he is there to mess up the test. Wow, this whole test was kind of a setup to kill Anik and not to test Bond and Rachel. So I'm guessing that's why the test administrator and test director kind of had that smirk on their face, because they, I guess, maybe knew that Ren would show up and try to kill Anik, because Ren is there to kill Anik because Anik isn't the real Anik. As we've learned from previous episodes, she's just an imposter. So yeah, I guess this whole entire Bond and Rachel just sitting off in the sideline is so they don't interfere during this. Episode 12, we're still in the administrator test, and this episode bounces a lot back and forth between different scenes of all the characters, which is kind of a little annoying. Bond and Rachel are still on the ball, waiting to get eaten by the net dolphins with the help of the rest of the group. Bond's hands just randomly glow, as does Rachel's, which I guess that means they're getting closer to being eaten by the net dolphins. They don't really explain why it's glowing. They're just like, oh, look, we're matching, we're both glowing. And Dorsey is told to kill Anak, but instead fights with her to win their battle against Ren. Ren is a pretty powerful, I guess, administrator of the tower. He has some connection with Jahard, so he has connections to the Jahard princesses, so it's very surprising that a Jahard princess, as of Endorse, goes against his wishes to kill a fake imposter. We flip to a scene where Rack is fighting the goblins on the surface, mainly to stop the goblins from going to the net dolphins to steal their prey, so Bond and Rachel can get eaten by them. Now we're back to the princesses fight, and Ren almost kills Anak when Yuri Jahard shows up. And Yuri Jahard is there mainly to get her sword back that she lent to Bond. The cool thing about all of this is that we get to see the sleeping boy's powers. The boy who's always asleep, and I guess like the other characters have hinted that he's powerful, but we never see what he's like because he's always sleeping. He's awake during this, and it's pretty cool. Now we're back to the princesses fight, where Yuri gets mad that Ren is threatening her and attacks her, while Yuri is powerful and defends herself as well as attacks him. Of course, this is a back and forth of, oh, how can you attack me? Like, I guess I control you Jahard princesses, or I work for Jahard, I'm higher than you princesses, and then Yuri's just like, don't tell me what to do, go die. Khan is visited by a random boy with blue hair as himself, which we don't know his name, so I'm just gonna call him Khan's brother. So Khan's brother shows up to Khan and is a part of the Khan family. That's why I'm gonna say Khan's brother. Maybe they're cousins. I don't know. I'm just gonna say brother. But they both act like they aren't related. So Khan and Khan's brother, they're like, oh yeah, we're part of that Khan family, but at the same time, like, nah, we're not related. So I'm guessing there's some family drama going on right there. Khan's brother tells Khan he can take him to see Princess Maria. I mean, I think they're both a part of the Khan family because they both say that they're kind of outcasts of the same family. So they're definitely related. We just don't know yet how they are. Ren and Yuri are still fighting. Now we're back to that scene, and Yuri is there to take back the Black March, and the test director says he won't let anyone know about this because, of course, another test has gotten messed up. There's been an interference, but the test director and test administrators can't stop it because once a test starts, no matter what happens, they have to let it go. But it's definitely interesting that the test director isn't gonna tattletale on Yuri for what she's doing, how she's helping Anak, who's not a Jahard princess, but then she's also helping Endorse, who's now a traitor of Jahard, and she's just there to kind of take people's weapons, even though they belong to her, like the Black March. She ends up taking the Green April as well, because she's like, hey Anak, I know you're not the real Anak, so this belongs to me and Jahard princesses where you're not, and just all that drama, that Jahard drama, just in that scene. We flip back to Khan, which, yes, I did say this episode did flip scenes quite a bit, and it was annoying, and it is annoying. So now we're back to Khan, who tells his brother he isn't climbing the tower for Maria, which is a surprise, because I guess that is one of the reasons why he's there, and even Khan's brother is super surprised by it. Bon and Rachel are waiting to get eaten by the net dolphins when we learn that Ren has sent a bull to kill Bon. I mean, the bull is just kind of like a sea monster. Ren doesn't want an irregular to live in the tower, that's why Ren wanted to kill Bon, but he also wanted to kill Anak, so I guess maybe he came in this test to kill both people at once. Bon is beaten up by this bull, but he somehow wins, which is a little bit of surprise because he's still learning his powers, but at the same time, like, he's the main character, he can't die right away. Of course, he's gonna have something powerful at the last minute. And here we go, Bon and Rachel, now after Bon has defeated the bull, they are getting sucked up by the net dolphins, and of course, they're going to win and pass. What? I would love to hear your thoughts on the series. Make sure to subscribe and like.